A common data ingestion scenario in a data lakehouse is data coming via files and it landing into a landing zone or a staging zone, and then from there the data moving into getting processed and moving into a process zone. What we are showing here is that we have simulated this with a landing zone on Ezmeral Data Fabric. In a lakehouse architecture, Ezmeral Data Fabric acts as the integrated storage layer, and Ezmeral Unified Analytics acts as the compute layer. So as you can see, we have created a particular landing zone for files, and as I mentioned previously in other videos, Ezmeral Data Fabric provides a file system that is distributed file system that can be accessed via multiple protocols. So we can access the file system using Hadoop commands, but we can also access them using standard Linux POSIX commands. So that's what we are seeing here. We are able to access the landing zone using either Hadoop or standard Linux commands. We can also use all the available Hadoop commands. So this is just one example. So now we will go to the script, and it is a Spark script where we are reading a file from a CSV file from a landing zone, and then after processing it with Spark, we will write it in a Parquet format in a process zone. After we launch the processing of the file that is in the landing zone, we can switch to standard resource manager, which is also available in Ezmeral Data Fabric, and that standard Hadoop resource manager will show the Spark job running, and it will also show when the job is successfully completed. So now that the job is succeeded, we will go back and check the output in the process zone. So this is the process zone that we have created. And again we will try using Hadoop command to see what is in the process zone. And as we can see that we have successfully created Parquet files based on the input received and processed, and we can access the same files using standard Linux commands as well. As Data Fabric provides an integrated storage layer which can be accessed multiple ways. So now we go and we have defined an external table on the process zone file. So let's go and see if we are able to access it. So in terms of defining an external table, we have defined an external table with the location of the process zone. And that allows us to read the files from Hive. Now let's check out count of records. The record count is there, and now we will take a look at the list like actual records, just to ensure that we can read the records. And once we can read the records, then the scenario is complete, where we demonstrate ingestion of files which land into a landing zone, then get processed via Spark, and then get into the process zone where they can be used further. So typically Lakehouse architecture, we would ingest the files into the data lake, and then our compute layer, which is Ezmeral Unified Analytics, will then use it for analytics, machine learning, AI, etc. use cases. Thank you.